When you're applying to different agencies, you always want to make a good impression. You always want to have the best resume. You always want to have the best experience and prove your worth. But it also applies the other way around. Here are 8 red flags that you should watch out for when you're interviewing at a PNC agency. Ready? Let's get started.
Okay, let's go.
First red flag is that they do not disclose their commission structure. That's a very important red flag because a lot of agency owners take advantage of how people feel naturally uncomfortable when talking about wages and money. But it is also very important for you as an agent to know how you get paid, what is the structure, what are the percentages. In terms of a captive agency, how is it that they measure success? How do they measure milestones? If it's a all-state agency, which is what I'm familiar with, they measure success in terms of VC items and regular items. So VC is variable commission, and according to a certain volume, once you meet a certain threshold, normally what you would see is a commission structure between 2 to 5, maybe 6%. I've seen up to 8% depending on the size of the agency per item. So you have a percentage number per item. So that is how you measure success. And they should have a table with a complete disclosure on how is it that a producer makes money and how much volume do they have to produce X amount of money. If it's a different agency or a different company, I have seen online, or I have been told, that the farmer structure is different. They talk about policy instead of items. Remember, I've spoken about items. You can have a customer that has 5 items and it's still like one policy. So they'll measure that as one policy versus the 5 items in Allstate. But it's still the same, it's just a different name. They will measure in terms of volumes of customers added, policies added. Other companies measure in volume of amount of money. How much money are you making in premium? But all of that is not to be shamed. So all of that, everything that I discuss here today is based on my personal experience. So something like that happened to me multiple times during my interviewing time, where some agents would just not disclose their commission structure. They would want to meet, or they would want to have more of a discussion before sending me or showing me the commission structure. That brings me to the next point. A lot of agents don't want to keep you too much on the phone. They don't want to really talk to you much. I had plethora of questions to these agents because you're not only being interviewed, you are also interviewing them, because the last thing you want to do is get stuck in an agency where you're unhappy or it doesn't meet your requirements, especially your economics. So it's very important to have a list of questions. And if you guys want me to make that episode, I am happy to make that episode of key questions to ask your employer when interviewing. I'd be happy to do that. Just let me know in the comments below. Okay, that brings me to my next point, is that since they don't want to disclose, some of them will want to make you meet in person or discuss everything in person. They will want you to go to the agency, and then they won't really meet you in the middle where you want to meet through Zoom or just talk on the phone. Like, why do you have to drive 20-30 minutes to meet somebody to discuss the commission structure? You could send that to me through email, you can talk to me through the phone, things like that. So that happened to me because I was taking tests and I was also working at the time. So it was very hard for me to maneuver and go to the agency. So that's a very big red flag, because if you don't want to you don't have clear communication from the get-go, and you're gatekeeping information, you're making your candidates try and get to the agency before you even want to discuss anything. That's a major waste of their time, because maybe they don't like your benefits package, or you don't have a benefits package as an agency owner, or your salary requirements don't meet their needs, and then they wasted that time, effort, money, and gas. So something to be mindful as an agency owner is, please just try and do everything upfront and talk to people on the phone before you bring them over to your agency, because then it's a major waste of time for both parties. Of course, if the job is in person, yes, you will want to go to the agency and see it, but in my personal opinion, that should only happen once you have an offer on the table and you're gonna go over there to meet the team and see if you want to sign and be onboarded. That is really more of my opinion on how things should maneuver. I just really hate wasting time, as you guys know. If you guys are new to my channel, please go ahead and like and subscribe. But for my current subscribers, you guys know I am not about wasting time. I will save you so much time. I will give you all the tools, all the maneuvers, all the strategies, so you can be the most efficient and the most result-driven agent as possible. That is my mission, because that's what I do. I really dislike wasting time on things that could be talked over the phone, talked over Zoom. I just don't like it. It's one of my pet peeves. And that brings me to my next point. Next. If you see that an agency owner, when you're discussing with them, that they see expenditure as an expense versus an investment, that's a red flag. And I'm going to tell you why right now. Because before I became an agent, I was working as a marketing professional for 8 years. And the biggest thing that marketing people know how to work with is budget. So a lot of times I worked with a lot of owners, company owners, that did not have buy-in, and they would see employees as an expense. And with those kinds of owners, they are very dangerous, because they see employees as expenditure. If you're costing me money, I can take you out immediately and I won't think about it twice, because you're costing me money and I need to save money. That kind of mentality it's dangerous towards the agent. The agency owner, the agency owner you want to sign with is someone who values their employees, understands that the agents are the money makers. You are the licensed sales producer. You are the one that is bringing in the cash. Yes, they are spending on leads, but they are investing on leads. So you're the one who has the sales acumen and the business acumen to convert them. You are the one who is the people person and the talent to convert them into sales. So without you, you are a cog in the machine that makes them money. And be an employee as an expense instead of an investment, that right there is a big disconnect. That is a big red flag. You need to walk away from that agency and find an agency that treats their employees and their agents correctly as an investment and treats them well and values them. On the same wavelength, those agency owners who see employees as an expense instead of an investment also see other things, other expenditure as a expense, as something where they're losing money instead of gaining money, instead of seeing it as a return. So that has to do a lot with their mentality. You will see it. I had an agency owner ask me, "Do you know how much I spend on leads per person?" I need to see that returned. And they told me the dollar amount, and it was a lot of money, and that is the nature of the business. When you have a captive agency, like a major name like Allstate or Farmers or State Farm, that is the name of the game. You have to spend a lot of money on marketing and on sales and on leads so that your producers can produce, because that is how the model is built. It's a franchise model. That's how it is. And as an agency owner, you should know that, because you spend a lot of capital to even get this off the ground. That's not a conversation they should be having with you. That's a conversation they should be having with their operations manager, their CFO, not you, not the person that they're interviewing to enter into their company as a licensed sales producer. They're basically kind of giving you an unsafe space of saying in not so many words, if you don't make me money and you make me spend money and you're costing me money, I will drop you. I will let you go, and you don't have job security here. That is what that sentence means. You also have to really listen and really pay attention to what the agency owner is saying in between the lines, okay? It's very important that you pay attention. Anytime that they're talking about, this cost me too much money, I'm spending this amount of money, they don't have to tell you anything like that. You know what they need to tell you? These are your benefits if you were to come to work with us. This is the commission structure if you were to come to work with us. This is all our culture that we have here at the office. And this is a hybrid or in-person position. These are the amount of calls that I expect you to make a day. That's all they have to be talking about. They don't have to be telling you what their problems are internally, because immediately once you hear a problem, that's a really big red flag of they don't know what they're doing. They are maybe starting out, they're too small, and or they are just like that, and they have that kind of expenditure mentality where people are expendable if they're costing them money. So it's kind of a lack mentality. It intertwines with the mind of a business owner, and that's where things get dangerous. Like, you can't be thinking like a freaking employee when you are an owner. You own the place. You don't talk to your employees about how much money you spend on leads. It's uncalled for. The next point, I already lost track of numbers, but anyway, you got it. The next point is that they go back on their word. How would someone who is interviewing you go back on their word? Well, let me tell you, how do they do that? You very initially have a phone screening. A lot of them do that. And then they'll set up a time to do a Zoom or an in-person interview and all that. And you set up a time, and then they send you an email or a text. Hey, I can't make it that day because I have this personal day or XYZ happens, and they cancel. And then they don't know what day to replace it with. And then they want you to figure out what day should they, accommodate you. And then you're here trying to think, oh my God, I already set out that day for that, and now I have to look into my calendar, move things around. I'm very busy. I have kids, I have school, I have my job that I'm at right now. It's an inconvenience, and they put your life in a loop, and you're not even in there. That right there is something that I just don't vibe with. Another thing that this shows up as is when they tell you they're going to send you some kind of documentation, something like a brief about their agency, how long they've been open, a little bit of history, or they'll tell you, I'm going to send you our commission structure via email, and then the day passes, that day comes and goes, and there's no email, and you don't know what to do. Do you follow up? Do you not? Like, they said that they were going to send it and they didn't. Then you get an email 2 days later saying, hey, I know that I said that I was going to send this. but I decided at the last second not to, because I'm talking to more candidates and I still, don't know what I'm gonna do. That looks really bad because it shows the person doesn't have their word. They did not fulfill their promise. 1, they did not stick to their schedule of the day that they said they were going to send the thing. 2, and then 3, they completely back out and they say like, I don't know how I'm feeling today. Can you hold on for a couple days? That right there, I don't want to work for someone that is that flaky, because that shows that they don't have my back. They don't have commitment. The day that you need help, that maybe you have an underwriting issue and the agency has to show face for you, what do you think that person is going to do? They're going to flake. You can't count on someone like that. If you can't count on them to send an email, you cannot count on them to have your back. You can't count on them to remember to pay you commission. You can't count on them to give you a sick day when they said that they would. You just can't count on them. So that's it's in the details. It's in the little details where you will see people's true characters. And when it comes to your boss, I have struggled in the past with job security so much that I have learned based on my old employers and my old bosses' behavior to know what to expect. I already know. Like, I had a boss that was like a total flake. He would say something to me and then behind my back be talking about me, or just didn't have my back when it came to the review, or just completely misconstrued my work. Didn't have my back, was a flake. And it all starts with that. I said I was going to do something, but I didn't do it, and I retract what I said, and I'm not gonna do it, or I'm thinking about it, or I'm not gonna do it, or I'm thinking about it. That's a flake. You can't count on someone like that. Do not work for someone like that. Then, that brings me to my next point. If they are disorganized, I struggle with people that to work for someone who is disorganized, because it means that they are someone who is disorganized, that has employees and is disorganized with their things is fine. They're messy or something. No judgment, it's fine, because I tend to be messy myself. But when you're messy with other people's things, paychecks, work ethics, projects, direction, you're messy with how you manage. You have a messy management style. That is almost the flake that we talked about earlier. The disorganized manager and the flake are almost the same. Almost. The disorganized manager is careless with your things, with your persona, and the flake does not care about your persona and will not have your back. That's the difference between these two of management styles that I have encountered with, and I do not recommend to work for. So if you see that someone's a little bit discombobulated, disorganized with your stuff, like your invite for this show ups like this in the interview. Oh, I misplaced your resume, but could you just like shoot, could you just tell me like what is it that you do? I misplaced your resume. I forgot like who you are and what you do. That like something like that. That's the messy, disorganized, like careless. And then it's like, okay, you don't care enough to grab my resume from the printer or have it even on your phone or your laptop. I don't know. It's messy and it shows carelessness, and you don't want to work for someone who has carelessness towards you. Next point, they don't want to discuss over the phone or over Zoom. That is a very big red flag, because it means that they are this kind of dictatorial management style, because they are passively aggressively forcing you to meet them on their turf, under their rule, under their terms, and it's not really flexible towards you. And that's a red flag, because that right there, even if it's a minute little detail, it will tell you so much about a person and what to expect from them. Imagine if that person is your boss and they demand of you to do things the way they want you to do them. There's some people that fixate a lot on the how, and then that's a micromanager right there. It's like, I'm gonna order you to do these tasks, but I want you to do them how I imagine you doing them. I want you to do them detail by detail, frame by frame, like I am telling you to do them. No, don't use your right hand, use your left hand. Something like that. And I have worked with people. I have worked for people like that, and they drive me insane, because you can have the same result, my friend. You can even have better results when you let people just be themselves, get to the result, maybe in a different avenue, but they will get the result. But that's my experience. I cannot deal with a micromanager. I cannot. I just don't function well. Lastly, and most importantly, they don't have benefits that make sense for you. What do I mean by this? Benefits packages in terms of agency owners look different in different agencies, depending on the size of the agency. If the agency is small, they probably will not have benefits that you are accustomed to, like 401k, healthcare, and sick days and all that. They may have PTO, but then maybe that's it. And that would be okay if you work remotely. Okay, that would be okay if you work remotely. If you don't have a health plan and a benefits package, a 401k and all of that, and you have to go and drive over there every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, sometimes you gotta stay later, and they don't pay you OT, and you get sick and you don't have a sick day, that's a problem. That's a benefit that they don't have the benefits that make sense to you. Now, if you, let's say it's an independent, this one is juicy. This one happened to me back in the day. This one's an independent agency who does not give you any type of benefits, because some independent agencies will give you benefits. They will give you maybe throw in a life policy by them. And that's fantastic. I will take a life policy any day. Or they'll give you maybe a healthcare package that they have through their agency, again, that they write, because independent, they have a lot more freedom in terms of carriers and what the different products that they offer. That's the benefits of working for an independent agency. You can have some wiggle room. But what if this independent agency offers you, 0 base, 100% commission, but then they don't offer you anything? No benefits, no life, no health. And then they also don't buy leads, and they intend for you to find your own leads. And on top of that, it's in person, and you have to drive there every day. You need to go and meet customers to their homes or in different public places, and also you have to do some home inspections, and you have no benefits, because of course you are on your own, and anything that you want that is like promotional products, it's on you. So if you want to buy flyers, business cards, anything like that, that's all on you. It's complete expenditure. That was just one agency, guys. It's not all of them, okay? Don't be scared. I'm just saying that that's what happened to me, and those benefits did not make any sense to me, because I didn't have any benefits at all. The offer didn't make any sense. I wasn't really winning anything up front, and they were just telling me that, this is possible, the yada yada. Yes, everything is possible, okay? The world is your oyster, but the benefits need to make sense to you. Who's going to pay your roof, your electricity, your water, your food, your kids, their school? It has to make sense to you. maybe that offer would have worked for someone else that didn't have so much financial responsibility like I do. That would have made sense for them, but it does not make sense for me. And that's something that you have to use your judgment. It's like the offer may be juicy, you may be making X amount of percentage, a lot more than you would in a captive, but up front, where's your financial cushion until you launch and make the money that you need to make? And that's it. Those are all the red flags I needed to mention. I think they were 8, maybe they were 9, but I bet you will let me know in the comments below. And if you like this episode, please let me know. Comment below what is it that you want to see from me. You have any questions, any comment related to this episode, or any red flag that popped out to you that happened to you. I would love to know more and tell me your story and what it all happened to you. And if you're not a subscriber already, please go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and follow She Is a Beast wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.